Hello, I'm Juan Carlos Ramillo. I'm going to tell you about the self-lab approach that I have worked with my students of 8th grade at San José Sur Oriental School as part of this course at Unica University. So the step number one was the pre-work, target, embed questions and activities. I have posted this activity in Edmode, which is the platform that we worked at school. Um, the students have to answer this and give them to class. Yeah, and we discussed this in class, as you can see there. And these were one of the answers that one student wrote. Um, he spoke that and reported that in class. Yeah. Um, this step number two, I showed this activity in class and it was signed in activity, say a sentence about what you see. So they had to match the expressions with the correct picture. Yeah. And then I asked them to use should or shouldn't. Yeah, but the idea was not to tell them what was should or shouldn't use for or what for. Then the step number three, whole group application main teacher lead. So in this case, I was the leader, yeah, using the traditional education here. And but through this activity, they have to match the comment with the correct reply. And then I explained them the use of should in a way in order for them to give advices, yeah, and to recognize that different people and different persons have some problems, yeah, and that you can help them in different situations in different ways. Then I show them, and we for like a relaxing way. This song that was called "Shouldn't Come Back" by David Lovato, but the idea was to continue working on advices, and working on and gather some vocabulary indeed, and working on listening as well. Then step number four, the breaks out group activity. Students were asked to create groups of four students, and then I give them different papers with these activities. So the first one, they had to match the situation with the pictures, as you can see here. The idea here was to use some recommendation and advices. Yeah, and then they have to match the situation with the correct answer. Yeah, and here is was to apologize, and then they have to prepare this activity in order to present this for the class. Yeah, to speak a little bit to match the situation with the photos, as you can see there. And they had some time to go to the step number five, that was the share out. We were recommended check on progress and give warnings. It was cool in a way, because they create this like a role play, but I told them that they could read some of their notes that they had written before, because it was this a little bit hard for them. So let us hear and let us see some of this activity. So the idea here was to apologize, yeah, to give an apologize for different situations that you could see here. Then the step number six, the preview and discover activity that provides motivation and activates inquiry and curiosity. So as part of extra activity, yeah, that they had to work this at home, I sent this link that was from the British Council, and the idea was for them to practice at home. I'm going to show you one of this activity, part of this activity. And as you can see, I'm gonna share this with you. Let's give me 1 second. And this was the activity, as you can see here. Yeah, they have to write their answers on their notebook, and they share this in class. Yeah, so the idea was to practice listening and then kind of speaking. Yeah, but basically to work on listening and to keep on working on advising and apologizing. Yeah, that was the step number 6. Then going through the point to the step number 7. Then they go to the step number 7. Let me share this with you again. Sorry. Yeah. Then was the assignment instruction, completed work per instruction lesson. There was the activity that I asked them to develop at home. Yeah. The idea was to create a 1-minute video giving some more advice for the bloggers and exercise. One that was one of the activities that I showed you before. The idea was to use should. Yeah. And that video, in that video, they could use the traditional ones with their mobile phones or with the computer, but some of them used Canva, as you're gonna see here in this situation. Let me share with you this activity. Just one moment, please. Now it takes time, and I'm gonna come back again. Just give me 1 second more. And this student create and did his presentation using Canva. You're gonna see here. Oh. Okay, so it was kind of fun for them, yeah, to create these videos. They like to create and work on these videos, even though it's hard for them to speak, as you can see over there. But interpretation was cool, and many students did kind of similar this student did, yeah, and perform. We saw these videos in class, and they assessed each video, yeah, and we discuss about them and reflect on them, and they like it. They like it, you know how demanding they are. And the last step that we worked was the last step was a reflection posted online for all to read. But the first one that was online, we did this in class because many of my students don't have access to internet, yeah, as well. But to be easy for them, we decided to develop this in class, and I asked them 5 questions, yeah, and they answer this. So based on the topic that we have seen during the term, the first of all, what did I learn? What do I need to improve? What activities did I like? What activities would I like to develop? And what positive and negative aspects does the class have? Indeed, I asked them to be very honest and respectful, of course. And there was some of their impressions, yeah, they have, and some of the values they need to improve, yeah, and some of the values they have in the personal lives as well. Okay, and they also wrote some comments in Padlet. That was the last one. This was recently this Padlet announcement in which they answer um, different things, different components about values in social lives. Yeah, and I'm gonna keep on working, keep on showing you this part. Okay, this was oh sorry, it wasn't the last one, the one that I wanted to show. I'm so sorry about it. Yeah, it was this one. And then, well, I'm gonna show you this later. Um, Also as a practice for me as a kind of researcher, I took some field notes in different classes, yeah, that let me reflect on my personal practices as teacher and what my students could improve and what they need, yeah, to improve in order to perform better in class, yeah. During this project, yeah, and based on the tools that we have seen during the course, this caught me my attention to the low tech in this activity. Um, Students had to create using different materials, feelings and emotion. Yeah, they had to create based on three feelings. Yeah, for example, angry, upset, sad, happy, with different materials, as I told you before, and they had to explain this in class. Yeah, it was part of the process. As well as we work on, sorry about this, as I told you before, sorry, we work on a model, yeah, using the technological resources, and the blog, my personal blog on weeks that I worked on during this course that I created and that I feed in, and I continue feeding that um, based on the stages, yeah, and the different activities that the teacher asks us to develop, yeah, for professional purposes. Well, guys, teacher, this is all about this presentation, based on the component of how to um, improve speaking and motivate our students to speak a little bit more and do not feel afraid of speaking in class. Okay, thank you so much. See you in a while. Bye bye.